Welcome to the Dipped in Butter program.
That show is hilarious, though.
Hold it down. Hey, I'm not a rapper. Right.
I mean, what's happening to the Dipped in Butter program audience out there? It's your boy Wes No T, aka Elmer Young, your player partner, PODNA at Forever Young 89 on Instagram. I'm just here doing my part, you know what I'm saying, trying to give you extra content here with my guy Luis. I'm happy to be here, happy to be breaking this down, this phenomenal thing that we've been gifted here in February.
Yeah. So we're here and we are gonna review actually one of a new track that just recently dropped by, and that's the track "What It Feels Like" with Nipsey Hussle and JC.
Niggas gon' test you, see what your texture's worth. Diamonds and pipes, one of them pressure burst. Street niggas, still I get checks and spurts. I'm for peace, but before I...
How do you feel about it, man?
There's been a lot of advertisements leading up to the movie, so I've seen like the trailers to the movie, and then I only heard about the soundtrack last week. I really didn't know much about it, and then I heard Jay-Z had a heavy hand in it, and I think I did see a commercial run across the TV that had something to do with the track listing. And I don't know if I saw the Nipsey and Hove track listed. I don't know if I missed it or if I just went and tapped in all the way like I should have been. But when it dropped Friday morning and I got a chance to look at the track list, I admittedly was one of those guys who could not wait, and I had to go right to track number 5. I think that's what it is. And hear what was going on with Nipsey and Hove, because that's just monumental for the culture. So
Yes,
I
sir.
felt like I needed to go there first and hear, what I kind of regretted it. I mean, not really after the fact, but I listened to that, and then I went back and I started the entire album and I listened to the whole thing. But man, that's as me and Kat would refer to it, it's really a goosebumper here that we have on our hands. Yeah, Nipsey. I caught on to Nipsey. I can't remember what year it was, but I was kind of early on Nipsey. I don't want to say I was one of his earliest fans, but I came up on Nipsey around Bullets Ain't Got No Names 2.
Hey, pull the trigger, shoot that nigga, make sure that you get 'em, 'cause bullets ain't got no name.
I believe. And when I heard that, this is like heavy in the Dat Piff live mixtapes era, so I'm pretty sure I caught it on that win. So I tapped into it. I heard how bro was rapping. I heard the beats he was rapping over. I heard what he was saying, and I just liked it immediately. I think Bullets Ain't Got No Name is probably a classic, honestly. Even that entire series, not to get into specifics of opinion, but when I tapped in, I was a fan from that point, and it just made me really, really tap into Nipsey and what he had going on and watching his moves. And I think he definitely moved appropriately. And to see how he was forced to leave us is a very, very sad situation. It definitely made me very, very sad. So rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Of course. I'm so it makes me upset to think about the things that he's not able to be here to continue what he was already doing, the things that he would have been able to start, and even more the music that he would have been able to give us. So the marathon continues. I think his legacy does live on. I think he touched a lot of people. So Nipsey is definitely an important rapper to me. He's definitely somewhere in my top 20. I can't tell you specifically, but Nipsey got bars, and when he got bars and he got truth, and he telling real stories in there. So that's definitely part of the criteria of him making my list.
Do you think it was good timing, or should have been dropped a little bit earlier?
Nah, I think you gotta and I don't historically know how it's worked going with movies and soundtracks, but I believe the movie and the soundtrack dropped the same day. And even looking at this now, produced by 1500 or nothing, that makes even just the track, that makes a lot of sense to me. Because it does have a lot of instrumentation in it. But just going back to the soundtrack and the song period, I think whenever the movie was going to drop, I think it's dictated by that. I don't think it's a mistake that it's dropping in Black History Month, or that it dropped in Black History Month. I don't think that's a part of the jig, just based upon what the movie is about. I think it just adds to the statement that the movie is already making. As when I heard the track Friday morning, I had to hit Cat, of course, because that's my pod partner, and I know we tell y'all we don't talk on no day but Thursday, and we really don't. But when shit like this happens, we have to communicate just to like make sure to keep the pod in tune. That's really what we do there, to make sure we are still on the same page always and at all times. So I hit him, and we kind of went back and forth about it. So maybe you'll get that on the podcast coming up, or maybe if this drops Saturday, you'll hear it on the Dipped in Butter program every Friday wherever podcasts are served. I hate to be cheated. We don't get to hear from Hove too often, especially now that he's getting a little bit older. So the fact that we not only get to hear from Hove, but get to hear from Hove in February, and on a track with Nipsey Hussle after he's passed, I think it says a lot. So I think it's very timely.
With that being said, let's talk about the album as a whole then, and I'll bring that up right now.
Fight for You, that's the Her track, and then it goes right into that fucking EPMD with Nas, man.
Yep.
That is
EPMD, we back in business. I visualize what it is, not what it isn't.
Talked about it. I think he's really found a groove with Hit Boy. I think he should probably stay there. I know it's kind of late in Nas's career to say he found his producer, but the album that they just put out together, and then this song, I think Hit Boy played this on something else prior to this dropping, and so it was kind of familiar when I heard it. Plead the 4/5. I didn't even know that was the name of this song, but this Smino and Saba, I don't even know who these guys are, but this song is amazing. Like, this is a really, really good song. Like, I was like, holy shit, I don't know. Like, it kind of gave me Andre 3000 vibes. I believe this is the song that gave me those vibes. I don't know which one of them did that. I feel like I'm entering to that age where I gotta ask people shit, but fuck it. My ears still work. I know what's good music and what's not. I didn't even know that was JID. See, look, this is my first time really I just turned on the album and I just played the songs. I didn't even know JID was on the song, but I should have. I did hear the voice. And Masego is another one. Like, I'm not even fully tapped into Masego, but he's got a song with St. John and some other songs out there that are really, really good. And Rhapsody, I think, is as far I don't even want to get into the whole female rapper conversation, because she really is that good that she kind of doesn't deserve to kind of be put in a box like that, and that's a podcast topic, so I won't give you all of that here.
Yes, sir.
I think I'm gonna go with Boogie. I'm gonna go, because when I was listening to the album, that's the only person I was like, damn, I could really hear Boogie on this song. And this, like I told Kat, this is his sonic. I hate to use the hot terms from the industry, but this whole album kind of has his sonic thing. So that'll probably be my answer there. But this number 10 on your mind, Lil Durk. Lil Durk is the voice of the streets out here. He really is kind of carrying that torch or holding that crown. I do like this song as well. Put that on to me. And then we got the number 14 with my man Pooh Shiesty. My man, I don't know if you're familiar with Pooh Shiesty. I'm really still getting hip to Pooh Shiesty. But this, let me tell you what did it for me about this song. Song came on, I'm hip to Pooh Shiesty, so my ears kind of peaked up a little bit when it came on. I was listening to what he said. I'm not gonna lie, I have a bad habit of tuning songs out. Like, if they're good, they're just good, but if they're not great, I'll just hear them, but I won't really be hearing them. Right. Not till he got to the last line of the song that he said, something insanity. I just rapped this whole song and I ain't used no profanity. I was like, oh, Pooh Shiesty's going in. Let me run number 14 back just to double check that he didn't use no profanity. And certainly the boy didn't cuss in no song. So I fuck with, but that's what that is. Teach Me, Sir, number 18. Not gonna lie, I can't hear it back in my head right now. But I fuck with Sir heavy. November is a vibe. Chasing Summer is a vibe. If y'all have not heard Luis, tell him, put him here. Boom. Go listen to those albums. Those are really, really good. Contagious, Safe, and Kiana Lede. Not really too familiar with either artist, but a very, very good song. 20, Rich Nigga Problems, A$AP Rocky. I think it was a treat to hear A$AP Rocky on this album. I feel like we haven't heard A$AP Rocky in a little while. Maybe he's been out and I don't know. I'm guilty of shit like that. But whatever. Rich Nigga Problem, then the outro, and the Black Mesiah. So I think overall it was a good album. On my first listen, I think it was interesting. I give Hove a lot of credit for sequencing. I think Hove has a lot to do with the sequencing. Oh, and then the last track with Rakim on it. I don't want to overlook that. Shout out to the OG Rakim. That's Rakim. That's not my era. I don't want to disrespect him, so I'm just gonna say shout out to the OG. But I think it was interesting, kind of the. I think overall, an okay album. It'll, because this track is on here, it'll be something that I listen to. And like I said, a couple other songs that I enjoyed off of here, a lot of them actually. I don't think I heard a bad song on here. So
I want to be careful with this, because every time we bring up the subject is like a classic, like, and do you see yourself coming back to this track, this album, more than once? I mean, can you see yourself like I'm gonna put this one again,
with EPMD being on this album, with the Jay-Z track being on this album, again, that Smino and Saba track was really good for me. The Masigo track is really good for me. There's some really good track. I can see myself coming back to this album to listen to some of these songs again. I don't think I'm calling it a classic. I know if we go back into like the late 90s and shit, people will, I know some people consider Wait and Exhale a really classic.
So 1 out of 10, 10 being perfect, 1 being like trash, what would you rate this album? I don't want to put no pressure on you. Again, it's just what would you rate this album, as a whole,
if I have to rate this album right now, like I said, I think they come firing out quick, and then I do think the energy kind of dies down. Like I said, they kind of pass the torch over a little bit. Right now, the number that's sticking out in my head is about a 7.5, 7.5, somewhere in between there.
I see.
And again, it could age. I've only listened to the entire album once. Yeah, I listen to the Jay-Z track a lot. So I'll give it a 7 or a 7.5. Maybe I'm playing it safe. So maybe somebody's screaming at me right now. Don't care.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much to Wes and breaking all this down for us. We, it was an honor, not only that, but a pleasure to have this guy here with me. Wes.
Just to kind of stay on subject here, go see Judas and the Black Messiah. I'm sure it's a very, very good movie. The album is very, very good. I'm gonna listen to it again. Thank you, Luis, for having me here on under our umbrella of Dipped in Butter program. Shit, I fuck with this a whole lot. I'm glad I was able to tap into this, and of course, this won't be the last one. We'll figure out some other.
Yes, sir.
For sure. But I feel like it's only right. Of course, I watched the other one. Y'all should watch the other one too with my guy. With the hottest takes in the United States. That's K with 2 T's on the end of that thing. You can catch him at catandcrunch.com, where you can dip into the cereal shit, or on World Wide Web // Dipped in Butter program, wherever you can put that in on the search bar, because that's where we at. Or more importantly, every Friday on the Dipped in Butter program, where you can catch he and I. And indeed, I am Wes No T, aka Elmer Young, the motherfucking goddamn glue around this bitch. Play a partner PODNA at Forever Young 89 on Instagram. Fuck with me though.
Oh yes, sir. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. We have a lot more projects to do, but
for sure,
this was a blast, man. And thank you so very much for your time, man. And
yes, sir.
Yep.